Well, we're working on it.
Technically, or something.
Technically, but
You do have a connection.
yeah, I have a connection. We'll see how this goes.
Hopefully, well. Did you get
Chat still is not working.
any specific TV dinner for anyone specifically? Did you get the turkey for us and then okay, and then the fried chicken for them?
Okay, there we go. Looks like
Just wanted to make sure. All right.
don't want a pop-out box. All right, it looks like everybody's online. Let's see what happens. It's gonna be a Sunday. As you come in, please let me know so that I can make sure that the chat is working. It has not been great lately, so we'll see how it goes. I think we've at least got the 2 out of 3, so not too bad. Hi, Mom. So at least I know the business page is working. Let me get this link and send it over. So right before it was time to go live, our internet went out. And we had to reset the router. So we're still guessing about whether or not it is actually going to work tonight. Hi, Shannon. Hello, Marlo. So it looks like one page is working anyway, and that's something. We'll take it, right? Let me write you down. We'll see how far we can get with this. We have had terrible, terrible internet since they've started building around us, building all these subdivisions. And I know it has to be from these houses some kind of way, but I don't know exactly what they're doing that is causing such an issue. Is one strap twisted and one strap is not. Hi, Esley. I'm still trying to get dressed over here. Hi, Aunt Dora. So, let's get everybody in here. Alright, so tonight is one and dones, or at least mostly one and dones. If we have any that are not one and done, I will let you know that we have multiple of those pieces, but I'm anticipating that I have enough one and done sitting here on my desk to get us through the show. So hopefully you guys had a great weekend. The weather was really nice. It was pretty awesome. We went to Acacia's, my daughter-in-law's sister's wedding yesterday. Got to see the grandbabies be flower girls, so they've gotten their practice for freeze. It always does. Let's see if I can unfreeze me. There we go. When I move the camera, for some reason, it likes to freeze. Anyway, trying to get everybody kind of in the same space so that I can show the jewelry more effectively. I do have more earrings tonight than necklaces because we're down to quite a few one-and-done earrings. And we've got some new one-and-done necklaces from the party. They just became one-and-dones, so go ahead and show those tonight as well. Let's see. Where is my jewelry bust? Alright, I think we've got everything together so that we can get started. Let's start with the easy stuff. We're going to start with earrings. Let's see. Okay, for some reason my feed over here is gone. Hi, Ruth. It's always something, I swear. Always, always something. I gotta get the other Facebook feed up so that I can see the comments because they are not coming through in the chat. There we go. Okay. There's nobody over there, so that's good. That works out pretty well. Okay, so number one tonight. We have Glacial Glades in purple. So these are a frosted light purple bead. You can see their marquee shape. Kind of look like little leaves. And they're in a marquee shaped or slightly marquee shaped frame. Also kind of looks like a leaf. This is the length and size. So these are glacial glades in purple. They're going to be number 1 tonight. 101. 101. Apparently even I don't know we're starting with 100 or 101. Who knows? Waiting for all my gardening ladies to come in here because I've got a question. We'll see when our gardeners get in here. Next one is Garden Greetings in orange. This one has 2 different colors of orange in the rhinestones in the center of these flowers. So we have pretty little filigree flowers in here. You can see my bust has already collected lint from just 2 nights ago. We have a darker or bright orange rhinestone and one that's a little bit lighter. So we've got about 2 versions of that rhinestone. You can see that second one is just a little bit lighter than the first one. You'll be able to see it better when I put it against my hands because it's going to change the color a little bit. This is the length. So we are up here at the collar with the 2-inch extension. It is going to sit down to here. So we're at mid-chest with this one. Now let's see. Get you a little bit better view here. So you can see the darker and the lighter versions of that orange rhinestone. This is Garden Greetings in orange, number 102. And then, since we've got orange rhinestones out, we'll get these orange rhinestones out. These are Garden of Love in orange. I think these are pretty. And I'm not a real orange person, but I love these. So these are flowers in silver. We have the orange rhinestones, and then we have a halo of white rhinestones around that single orange rhinestone in the center. This is the length and size. Look at that, I can even keep my head tipped kind of even. Garden of Love in orange, number 103. Move those. $104. Get these off of here. This is a bright pink set, necklace and bracelet. So you can see it's kind of a purpley pink, a little bit like a fuchsia, but it's a brighter fuchsia. It's not a darker fuchsia. Inside these hearts we have dark pink and white iridescent rhinestones. And then we have 2 of those in the bracelet as well. This is an adjustable clasp bracelet, so you will be able to extend it a little bit to fit your wrist. The metal in the chain, also pink. This is the length of the necklace. So it is sitting right below her collar with the 2-inch extension. It's going to be down to mid-chest. Let me show you what these rhinestones look like. There we go. A little bit better view of those. So pink and the iridescent rhinestones in those 3 hearts. 104 is going to be this set tonight. The pink hearts. 104. And number 105. See if I can get it off of here. 105 is Dearly Debonair in red. So we have red beads. It's kind of a tribal design. We have the little trinkets hanging off the bottom in their little kite-shaped pieces. There you go. This is the length and size of these. They're going to dance while you're moving. These are Dearly Debonair in red, and they are going to be number 105. 105. All right, which brings us to our first question. Let's see what we've got over here. Probably gonna have to turn on the fan. All right, this one has 6 answers. Let's go with number 3. Name something people put in their front yard. Something people put in their front yard. You know, I look at what people have in their front yards all the time. Some of it I like, some of it I don't. Don't have a lot in my front yard. What do people put in their front yard? Bird bath. That should have been on there and it was not. I was surprised because a lot of people do have a bird bath in their front yard. What else do people put in their front yards? What do they decorate with? Not all of these are decorations, but you know, a lot of them are. What do people put in their front yards? Statues. They were a little more specific than that. And they're the ones I hate, too. So if anybody knows which of the garden statues that I really can't stand, you've got the answer. Flowers, number 2. Absolutely gotta have flowers. Gotta decorate something. So we've got flowers. What else do we have in the front yard? More specific than statues. Bird bath wasn't on there. What else do people decorate their front yards with? Or put in their front yard? Think about all the front yards you've seen recently. Most of us see quite a few of them. Oh, the gnomes. How'd you know I hated the gnomes, Shannon? Garden gnomes were number 1. The only good garden gnome I've ever seen is the one where the dinosaur is eating the garden gnome. I would put that in mine. Bird feeders. Great answer, but not on there. I do have bird feeders in my front yard. I think they're empty right now because the squirrels like to eat them. But, they're there. Flags. Not flags. Something similar. Rocks. Not the rocks. I know you've got the rocks there. Rocks are not in those people's front yards, apparently. What else do people put in their front yards? We've got gnomes. Sorry. We've got flowers. What else do people have in their front yards? Something more, a little bit more broad than flags. They're similar. I know I have the little flag there. We've got a breast cancer support flag for my sister-in-law. A fountain. Yep, number 5. Fountains are good. I don't personally have one because they grow algae here and I don't want to have to clean it every time I turn around. So no fountain in our front yard. But I see a lot of them. We did have a fountain inside. We had one of those little tabletop fountains. Caitlin kind of hijacked that and it's now in her room. What else do people have in their front yards that doesn't have to be a decoration? Things you see in people's front yards. Got a gnome, we've got flowers, we've got fountains. What else do you see in people's front yards? Yep, definitely turning this fan on. It got stuffy in this corner really fast. There we go. Now I won't die. Grass, that's a great guess. Very basic, right? Not on there though. Hey Kim, we're talking about things that people put in their front yard. We've got garden gnomes, we've got flowers, we have a fountain, now we have a mailbox. Mailbox was number 4. What else do people put in their front yards? We're just happy to have you, Kim. It's okay that you're late. I was kind of late, actually, because my internet wasn't working quite right. Yard sales. They didn't put yard sales down here, but you might have one of these if you're going to have a yard sale. Lamppost. Lamppost was not on there. Night lights. No, those weren't on there either. They should have. They should have the solar lights. A windmill. Not a windmill. Oh boy, we're making this hard. You might have one of these around your grass. Especially if you don't want people to walk on it. But grass was not on here. Your address, that was close. Address was close. A border? Yep, it's a big border. A fence, yep, number 3. We have one more thing. You might also have this at the edge of your grass to keep people from walking on it. Yeah, your sign. There you go. Gonna have a sign out there. Stay off my grass. Or don't let your dog poop on my grass. Some kind of sign. Swing sets. Swing sets are great, but usually they make you put them in the backyard. We, early in my first marriage, when my first kids were little, we had a swing set, and we had a mobile home. We were renting the lot for it. And, our landlord actually made us put the swing set in the backyard instead of the front yard because she didn't like the way it looked in the front yard, even though it was brand new. So I liked it there because I wanted to watch the kids while they're playing out there. It was a little bit easier. The windows were more on that side. But we had to move it to the backyard, or we had to move our trailer. So, gotta love the landlords, right? After that, I never rented a lot again, and I won't. Also why I don't like HOAs, because you own the property, or you own your house, and they can still tell you what to do with it. Not cool. Alright, here we go. This one is Easygoing Emeralds in multi. So we have 2 rows of emerald cut rhinestones. Let me back it up and bring it back in so it'll focus better. And I'll tell you what colors those are, and then you'll be able to see them against my hand a little bit better in a minute. We have a purple, a fuchsia, kind of an olive green, a very light blue, and kind of an aqua blue. So those are the colors that are in this necklace. One of these blues is slightly lighter than the other. I thought they were both going to be the same color, but they're not. So one's a lighter, and then one's a little bit more aqua. First one, up around the collarbones. Second one, up here at the top of the collar with the 2-inch extension. Going to sit down to here, which is about mid-chest. That's going to bring that choker length one to right about here. Hey, Brenda. Good to see you. Hello, Sylvia. Look at that. I turn my head and people come in. This one is called Easygoing Emeralds. This is in multi. Again, we have purple, fuchsia, kind of an olive green. Okay, Esley. And an aqua. These are all one and done so far tonight. If we do have more than one of something, I will let you know, but we should be pretty much one and dones. This is number 106 tonight, Easygoing Emeralds in multi. So we started at 101, you only missed 5 pieces, and you can catch up with them later. We try to make it easy for everybody. Alright, this one is a little bit longer one, but I am going to let it hang kind of down off of here. This is a special version of one of our blockbusters. This is called Designated Diva. It is normally in silver. This was the gold edition. We had special for one of the packs that they put out. So this one has pearly beads. It has rhinestones. I call it the jellyfish necklace. You can see why. Because it looks like a jellyfish down at the bottom. And then these really cool mesh beads that are hollow. They're just a round mesh bead. And you can see through them. So this is the length and size of this necklace, coming to a V right here at the bust, and that's where we have the top of our jellyfish. Then the tassels go all the way down through mid-abdomen, and with the 2-inch extension, we're going to be closer to the belly button. So we have Designated Diva. This one is in gold. I also have the silver version, so if you prefer the silver, you can just let me know. It's not a one and done because it is a blockbuster. So Sylvia, this is yours. It's going to be 107. So I put 107 down next to your name. If anybody wants the silver version, I do have that as well. 107. I love that necklace, Sylvia. I have one too. It's a really easy one to wear, I feel like. Something just buzzed me. I have no idea what it was. Okay, cool. This one is a mid-length necklace. This is called Set to Stun. So we have an irregularly shaped piece down here. This is a light blue crackle stone. We have that brownish marbling in it. Silver frame. This chain has flattened sections in it. You can see where they're reflecting the light just a little bit differently. Almost makes it look beaded, but those are flattened sections. And our earrings are also that same chain, so we've got the little flattened sections in it. This is the length. So it is hanging at the bust with the 2-inch extension. It's going to come down here just below the bust. So kind of a nice length for a necklace, nice medium length. We have Set to Stun, and it is in blue. It is number 108. 108. By the way, I should mention, I told you guys about the party that I had last weekend. It was a really good party. You are welcome to have parties anytime you want to. I do them over Zoom, so you can invite your friends from all around the country, so that we don't have just a limited audience, and everybody can do them from the comfort of their homes. You do earn, as a hostess, 1 piece for every 10 pieces that are sold. Marlo wants number 108. So if that's something you're interested in, you can always contact me and we can get you set up for that. So if that's something you'd like to do, just let me know. My last hostess earned 6, 7, 8 free pieces. 8 free pieces. So they don't count yours because you're buying it, but they do count all the other ladies at the show. Hi, Allison. All right, this one is Debutante Drama. So our white rhinestones. We have little clusters with round rhinestones and then a teardrop down here below. The earrings are the teardrop rhinestones. So you would not have to replace these if you didn't want to. But I do have some round rhinestone earrings coming up next. So if you did want something a little bigger, you could use those. This is the length. So most of it is above the collar, just a little bit down here below the collar. With the 2-inch extension, gonna sit down just above mid-chest. Not quite gonna make it all the way, but it's gonna get close. This is Debutante Drama in white. Number 109. And by the way, the best time to have parties is right before, about a month before something's going to happen, like memorial, wedding, convention time, something where people are going to be wanting to dress up a little bit, maybe have new outfits, because they're going to be looking for something to match what they have. So you'll get a little bit more interest in your party if you do it at those times. Dazzling Debonair in white. These are the ones that I said you could upgrade for that other necklace. This is a long strand of solitaire rhinestones in white. This is a post earring. This is the length. So these are a nice long pair. Simple but long. Dazzling Debonair, number 110. Did Caitlin pick out her wedding jewelry yet? Well, funny you should ask. We've kind of been going around about that. But my daughter is a very a minimal jewelry wearer. She likes jewelry, but she doesn't wear anything very big. Her veil is studded with white pearls, so it has them scattered all throughout the veil. So even though I would have worn something different, this is what she has chosen to go with. So this is a choker length. This is what she's gonna wear. 3 layers, 2 of them are just chain. One of them is a silver chain with the little pearls in it. This is gonna go really nicely with that pearly veil. And then she has a very simple dress. It doesn't have anything fancy on it. No rhinestones, no lace, no anything. So this is gonna look really, really nice with it. So this is what she is going to be wearing. We're still working on earrings, but that is what she has picked out to wear with her dress. Can't show you her dress because then, you know, her fiance might sneak in and get to see it on, not on purpose, but, you know. So we won't show you her dress, but there will be pictures. All right, this is Fluent in Florals in purple. So this is a nice medium purple. You can see we've got white rhinestones as well in that filigree. And she's a very simple girl. This is the length and size. And actually, if I were her, I probably would be too, because she is so gorgeous that she does not really need to do something that's going to overwhelm her. This is number 111. Just let her pretty face shine through. All right, that makes it time for another question. Let's see what I did with those questions here. Here we go. 5 answers on this one. We're talking about gardens today. Yes, less is more, especially for her. Very simple, will let her pretty face and her hair shine through. Won't be competing with her, so that'll be good. 5 answers on this one, and we are talking about gardens. If you're a gardening person, let me know, because I've got a question. I was kind of waiting for Becky to come in, but she hasn't been in here, so if you're a gardener, let me know. 5 answers, let's go with number 3. What are some insects you find in the garden? Some insects you find in the garden. We like the helping insects. They're not all helpers, but the helping ones are nice. Insects in the garden. Although one of these I don't think are insects. Ladybugs, you know what? I thought they would be on there too, but they are not. A slug. The slug is not on there. I find those all over my sidewalk. Bees, number 1. Gotta have the bees, because they pollinate everything. So we're going to let them stay. Butterflies, number 4. We plant special flowers just so the butterflies will come. Also, why you do not want to weed right now or clean up your flower bed, because the butterflies lay their eggs underneath all those leaves and things that are down there right now. If you clean them out, you're cleaning out the butterfly babies. Cucumber beetles, those were not on there. In fact, no beetles at all. Now there are some insect-ish things that you find in your garden. Hummingbirds. Hummingbirds not on there. These are insect-ish things. They're not all really insects, so we'll just go with that. Some little living things, living creatures in your garden. What do you find? If you go in there and you're digging around in your garden, what are you going to find? Ladybugs? We tried ladybugs. It's not on there. I was surprised, because you'd think ladybugs would be first. But bees were the first one. So we got bees. We got butterflies. What else do you find in your garden? Little creepy crawlies. Yep, worms, number 3. They're good for your garden. Spiders. Spiders were not on there. Although I do usually find some in mine. More worms, lots of worms. Worms are great for your garden. Praying mantis. Praying mantis also was not on there. My nose started to tickle. I turned on the fan. See, this is how it works. So we've got bees, we've got worms, we've got butterflies. What else is in your garden? Rabbits, not rabbits. These are more creepy crawly things. I find a lot of these in there, and sometimes just something that they've left behind, not the actual living part. Roly-polies. They're not on the list, but absolutely, they are definitely in there. What kind of gardeners were they? I don't know. Evidently not very good ones, because they don't have very many bugs. You also might find these in your aquarium. Feces, not feces. We're doing little creepy crawly things from your garden. What kind of little creepy crawlies do you have in your garden? I know, worms aren't bugs. That's what I said. One of these others is not a bug either. I think they need to work on their classifications here. Alright, we're not going to do this all night, so ants were not on there. One of these leaves a shell behind. Definitely tell they've been there, because they've shed a shell and left it behind. Caterpillars, number 2. So we got that one. Gotta have caterpillars to get butterflies and moths. Snails. Yep, that was the other one. Little snails. They're little garden snails. I don't know specifically what they are called, but those little tiny snails, and you find the little shells in your garden. I get a lot of those. You're getting cicadas in your garden. Ooh. Do they eat this stuff, Sylvia? Do they eat your plants? I don't know what they do. I know they make a lot of noise, and they fly around, and they're very annoying, but I don't know if they're actually bad for your plants. Alright, next up. Not the only fish in the sea. In white. So let's see. They don't eat the plants, well that's good. So this one has a little dot motif on the frame, and they almost look like little hearts down at the bottom that are holding up these clear beads. This is the length and the size. Since they're clear, you can put them with anything. Not the only fish in the sea. It's going to be number 112. I think we had cicadas last year? I think it was last year. There was a whole bunch of them that hatched. Make cool calls in late summer. Well, they were very noisy, especially when they flew around. Egyptian spell in black. This one has a black bead in the center. Kind of looks like something an Egyptian would wear. Little curved plates at the side that are hammered. This is the length. So kind of halfway between the collarbones and that collar. With the 2-inch extension, we're going to come down just below the collar. So it's that half above and half below the collar. Once you extend it, this one is Egyptian Spell in black, and it is number 113. 113. So if anybody hasn't been here recently, all these flowers hanging behind me on my room divider, those are flowers for Caitlin's wedding. They came packaged up, so I needed to hang them up and let them kind of get their shape back. So they are hanging all over my background right now. I've got a lot more coming, but those are some of them. These ones with the flowers on them, these are going to be on her arch. It's not really an arch, it's a square type arch. So those are going to be on her arch along with this fabric. And then we're going to have little lanterns with candles in them down at the base on each side. And then the other ones, the eucalyptus strands, you can see behind me, those are for the tables. All right, this is Metal Marathon in copper. So this one has multiple, I didn't even count them, multiple hammered antique copper rings. Our earrings, also those copper rings, just a little bit smaller. This is the length. This one has a lot of options because of the way they made it. So, hanging right here in the mid-abdomen, with the 2-inch extension, you're going to come down to about here, which is going to be close to natural waist. This has a very large ring at the top of it that all these circles are hanging from. So you could loop this chain back through there, double the chain, so that you have 2 chains here. Or, it's got very large links on it, so you could fasten into the links and pull it up a little bit if you didn't want it to be as long. And then drop the rest of that down your back. Now if you're going to double the chain, I usually use the extension because it does give you a little bit more room after you double it. So this is Metal Marathon in copper. This is the antiqued copper that's more of a brown. And it is number 114 tonight. And number 115. 115 is a bar necklace with silver pearls. This is called the ruling class in silver. So we have this little bar. It's set with the medium gray pearls. They call those silver. 1 rhinestone at each end to give you a little bit of a sparkly accent. This is the length. So collarbones are right about here. So this is going to be below the collarbones. Hi Nancy, thanks for dropping in. With the 2-inch extension, you're going to get down to her collar. So that's going to bring that down here. Makes a nice short length necklace. This is the ruling class in silver. And it is number 115. 115. So now we are at question time again. Let's see. Let's see, we already did the front lawn. Let's do this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 answers on this one. Let's do number 4. Name a vegetable people grow in their gardens. Hi Jessica. I dropped off your necklace at Rosie's today. I didn't have your ring with it, the one that I'm restringing for you. So I will get that taken care of for you. Hey Rosie, it's good to see you all today. Potatoes. Potatoes were not on there. I would plant potatoes in there. Tomatoes, number 1. 43 out of 100 said tomatoes. Very popular. Cucumbers, number 3. I cannot get them to grow. Can't get them to grow. I've tried. We get one little yellow anemic looking cucumber and then the whole vine dies. Squash. Squash was not on there, but that is the easiest thing to grow. I can even grow that. Onions. Onions weren't on there. Peppers, number 5. All different kinds. We've had more luck with the hot peppers than with the green peppers. Jalapenos grow well. Habaneros grow well. Carrots, number 2. One more thing. One more thing that a lot of people grow. Eggplant. I have not tried to grow eggplant yet. I did have a lady that I called on that did, and she got great eggplants, but she also was a better gardener than I was. Another vegetable that people grow. We've got tomatoes, carrots, cucumbers, and peppers. What else? Not eggplants. Not onions, not squash. We've had those answers. Not corn, but that's a good thought. Corn takes a lot of room. Lettuce? No, but I love to grow lettuce, Nancy. Green beans. There you go. Number 4. Green beans. They call them all kinds of things. Well, snap beans, whatever. Not the snap peas, snap beans. Watermelon. We did grow some watermelon, Kim. Wasn't on there, but we did grow some. semi-successfully. Sometimes it does better than others. It didn't get huge. I'm trying to remember what we did. I think we got a cantaloupe one year. We only got one cantaloupe off of it, but it was really super sweet and it was good. So I would love to do that again. Alright, this is all about me. It's really not, but the necklace is. So, all about me in purple. We have these purple metallic beads. And then we have little wavy, oh, what do we want to call them? These are discs, but these are definitely not. More like little strips. And then we have the cage beads, which are a little hollow bead with a pretty design on it. They remind me a little bit of the Fabergé eggs. Got some oval links in here, so we've got quite a few different little things in here, so it adds to the visual interest in this one. This is the length. So you're going to start with your pieces right above the bust, down below mid-chest. That's going to go all the way down through lower belly here. So dropped waist is right here. With the 2-inch extension, you're actually going to go past that. I usually shorten mine because, again, I am clumsy. I will pull this in a drawer pull or a doorknob or something. I will get it caught. Nice big links. You can fasten into these links. You can pull it up a little bit more. I also have doubled mine. So, do it a little bit like this. It's a little asymmetrical, but it works pretty well. And you can get it a little bit more symmetrical if you pull it around a little bit further. But anyway, so if you don't like it long, there are some options there to kind of rework how the necklace lays. This one is all about me in purple. This one is number 116. 116. Aha! Figured out where that hook came from. I'm missing a hook on here. Didn't know till I went to hang it up. Alright, last pair of these Daisy Meadows in orange. It's a really kind of a peachy orange. So we've got a wreath of little daisies with gold centers, and then one little daisy up at the top. This contains your post right through the center. This is the length and size. So we have Daisy Meadows in orange, number 117. Anybody do anything fun this weekend? I never get to do anything fun. Just went to see the girls be flower girls. We weren't really there for the wedding. We wanted to see the girls in their pretty little dresses with their flowers. Alright, this is called Dream Pop in white. So again, a nice one because it will match anything since it's white and silver. We have the white opaque beads right through here, polished silver through here, and then some smaller white opaque beads up at the top. This is 3 layers, but they are all hanging together by this little bar on the ends. This is the length. So we've got 1 above the collar, 2 at the collar and below with the 2-inch extension. I'm going to sit down to here, so I'm going to go right across this area in your chest. This one is Dream Pop in white. It is number 118. 118. I hear my daughter coughing from here. She had the flu last week and still has that cough that just lingers. Really hard to get rid of. Reflective rhinestones in brown. So these are a very light brown, almost a little bit more like a gold brown. Top is a square set on point, then we have an oval, and then we have a teardrop down at the bottom. These are on a fishhook back. So this is the length and size. We have reflective rhinestones in brown. That is number 119. Thought I had the wrong card at first. We're already at 119. Pretty great. Got a few bracelets here, but I think we just showed them last week, so I won't take those out. This one, we did not. This is called Elemental Exploration in blue. So we've got little teardrop shaped blue crackle stones with a dot motif around the outside. Let's see if I can get that a little bit closer there. So we have the marbling in that crackle stone. This is one of the adjustable clasp ones, so you have this extension to help it fit your wrist, get a little bit more of a customized fit. This is Elemental Exploration in blue, number 121. And that's just because I'm still missing 120. 120 has not come home yet. I don't know where it went. You know when I'll probably find it? When we're cleaning everything up to move. Not that we're moving anytime soon, but that's when I'll find it. Alright, here's a good one. Especially for us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. We're going to do the first 5 answers because there's like 10 answers here. 5 answers. Let's do number 5. What might you do over the long weekend if you don't celebrate Easter? What might you do over that long weekend if you don't celebrate Easter? What are you going to do? I know what I would like to do. Sleep. Sleep is great. Number 1. Nothing. Yep. Relax. Number 3. Travel. Yep. Vacation. Number 2. What else might you do? You've got a long weekend. Not celebrating anything, so you got sleep, vacation, relax. What else might you do? Spring cleaning. Oh, that was further down the list. Go to the beach. Yes, Nancy. That was number 5. That's what I want to do. Watch a movie or TV. Yep, number 4. So, now we know what all your plans are. I'm going to decide whose house I'm going to. I think I'm going to Nancy's house because we're going to the beach. That's what I want to do. Ooh, go out to eat. That would be fun too. That actually wasn't anywhere on the list. Can you believe that? Cleaning was number 8. Or number 7, sorry. So it was down there, but way down there because that's not what you want to do with your weekend off. Next up, Gracefully Gatsby in purple. So we've got a filigree frame, kind of like a upside down kite. White rhinestones around that cutout in the middle. The plummy purple pearly beads at the bottom, hanging off that frame. We're all going to Nancy's house, Sylvia. Nancy, you better hurry up and pull out the air beds. This is the length and size. I have a couple I can bring. This is the length and size. Gracefully Gatsby in purple. I guess we're going to have to rent a big house because Nancy actually doesn't live at the beach. This is number 122. We're just going to go with her. We'll meet up at her house still. Anybody who's going to the beach is a friend of mine. I think that's what I want to do after Caitlin's wedding because I think I'm going to need a break. I know it's weird, right? But I think I'm going to need a break. 122 to Sylvia. Gotcha. I gotcha. Alright, anybody's husband wear cufflinks? Back in style. People are liking them. It is hard to find the shirts. If you're looking for shirts for cufflinks, they are called French cuff, in case you didn't know that. Amazon and eBay, 2 of the better places to get them. I did have a hard time finding Max's size because he has longer arms, but I did find him some good ones on there. So if you're looking for shirts for cufflinks, Amazon and eBay, 2 great resources. These are in black. These are called Shimmery Strength in black. You can see they are a square. They have a little texture pattern on them. You're willing to drive and you've got a van. Okay, see? We can do that, Nancy. So I'm trying to show you the texture on these. Standard, cufflink back. I do have 2 of these. So we have Shimmery Strength in black, number 123. We always need a driver. We need a designated driver. That's what we need, because if I'm going to the beach, we're having margaritas. So somebody has to drive. Seasonal Showcase in yellow. These are kind of an orangey yellow. You can see these rhinestones in here are a gold yellow. They're a darker yellow. In this metal leaf. A little bit like a modern art leaf. This is the length and size. You're the driver normally? Okay. Sylvia, you're elected. Seasonal Showcase in yellow, number 124. So we've got our trip planned. We're all going to the beach. Sylvia's going to drive. We're meeting at Nancy's house. So if you guys want to go, you know where we're going to be. Alright, next up, we have Galloping Gala in red. So we have a red emerald cut rhinestone, white rhinestone border around the outside. They call that a halo, even though it's not round. Don't ask me, but it goes around the outside and it is white rhinestones. So it's like a cherry red. So if you know what cherry Jolly Ranchers look like, pretty much it. Nice ruby red. This is hanging just below the collar. Let's see, it kind of matches her. With the 2-inch extension, going to hang down to here. So it is going to go just past mid-chest, but most of the pendant is actually going to be in the mid-chest area. So we have Galloping Gala in red. This is number 125. 125. Alright, let's do one more question. We'll do 5 more pairs of earrings, and then we'll let you go for the night. Oh boy. Let's see. Alright, here's 1, 2, 3. Wish they'd number these. 4, 5, 6. I can count though. 6 answers. Let's go with number 5. Besides swimming, name something it might be too cold to do, even though it's spring. Something that's still too cold to do, even though it's spring. Gonna have to wait a little bit longer. Besides swimming, something is too cold to do, even though it's spring. Picnic, number 2. Yep, a little bit chilly, probably windy. Tends to be a little windy in the spring. Gardening, yep, number 5. A little bit cold for that. Sometimes we still get a freeze at this point, so don't want them to kill all your plants. What else might it be still too cold to do even though it's spring? Leave your house? Yeah, I agree with you. They did not have that on here, but I am in full agreement. Sunbathe, number 4. A little bit early for that. What else might it be too cold to do, even though it's spring? We have to wait a little bit longer, maybe toward May, June, depending on where you live. Camp. Camp was not on there, but that's a good answer. It is a little bit chilly for camping still. A little bit. What else might? Yard work. Yard work was not on here. Surprisingly. It did have gardening, so maybe they lumped it in with that. What else might it be still too cold to do? Oops. Go to the beach. Yeah, number 3. Especially here. I don't know about everywhere else. Maybe California is different, but here the ocean is cold until about July 4th. So we don't go until later in the year if we want to get in water. Windows. Windows was not on there. It's never too cold to do windows. We just pretend it is because we don't want to do them. I need to get one of those long RV squeegees. So I need to do some of my windows from the outside and they're too far off the ground. Mostly because I'm short and our foundation is like 3 feet up, so one of those RV squeegees work really slick, but I don't have one right now. So I don't have to wash windows, right? That's my theory. What else is it too cold to do even though it's spring? A little bit too cold still. Ooh, high 80s this coming week. We are going to be at 68 on Tuesday, and it's going to be, that's quite a bit of a warm up. We've been down at 20 degrees this past week. We actually got snow if you saw my Facebook post. We don't normally at this point in the year, but this year is weird. Hiking. Hiking was actually not on there either. Alright. I don't want to spend too long on this question so that we can see the other 5 earrings. Number 1, wear shorts. A little bit too chilly for that. Number 6. I think that was the only one left. Number 1 and number 6, golf. Although, if you ask the guys, it's never too cold to golf. I guess they're willing to suffer for their sport. I'm not, but that's on them. Alright, I need to lift this up because there are quite a few on here that I need to show. So these are a vintage pair of earrings in brass. Quite vintage, actually. We have the brass and butterscotch beads in these. Kind of a kite shape. A little bit of a tribal design to it. This is the length. So we have Terra Territory in brass, number 126. Tomorrow's supposed to be in the 60s. Yeah, I think we're going to get into the low 60s tomorrow. And then not 68 until Tuesday. And then I don't remember what's happening after that because I pay no attention because half the time they're wrong anyway. Right? They don't know what they're talking about. Eco Expression in silver. You know how I love my hoops. These are pretty cool hoops. Look at that design. I don't even know what to call it. It's a little bit like a scalloped design, but not quite. Got a little bit of hammering in there. These are called Eco Expression in silver. This is the length and size, so about the size of the glitzy by association hoops that we have. Nice medium size. Eco Express in silver. I think I said expression. It's Express. Number 127. My last one of these. Heart Racing Radiance in silver. These are a little bit bigger hoop. They are hollow, so they're not going to be super heavy. This is the size. So you can see they're a little bit bigger hoop. So Heart Racing Radiance in silver, number 128. Put those back up before I make a huge mess on my desk. That ship may have already sailed. I'm pretty good at making a huge mess on my desk. Get these off. In gold with white rhinestones. These are called Divine Decoding. So little white rhinestones along a gold hoop. They're a little bit more delicate looking than the glitzy earrings because of the tinier rhinestones. This is the length and size. They're a little bit bigger, I think, than the glitzies. Bigger around, but smaller rhinestones, so they have a different appearance. This is Divine Decoding in gold, number 129. And one more thing. Let's see, actually, do I have another? I should have another gold. There we go. So then I don't have to get more down. Oval the Moon in gold. So 4 ovals inside of each other, stacked inside of each other. Suspended from some oval loops as well. On a fishhook back. This is the length and the size. So we have Oval the Moon in gold, number 130. This is our final piece for tonight. Number 130. All right, looks like we've had enough people. Let me count up. I think we've had enough people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We had 11 tonight. So we have enough to spin for a free piece. So give me just a second to get those names put in. We'll try to make it fast. I don't know if I'm sending out invoices this week, because we don't have, since I got everything shipped out and got the party done, we don't have a lot going out this week. So we'll probably just save it and combine with next week. If you did claim something that you really would like to have this week instead, just shoot me a message and let me know, and I will get yours done. Otherwise, we'll just roll them into next week. Help save you some shipping. All right. All names are entered. I'm getting better at that. Sylvia, you're getting the free piece this week or tonight, which means you have 2 pieces claimed. One of those will be free. Again, probably will hold the invoice unless you really want your 2 pieces this week. You can let me know. I can either send them out or I can hold for next week so that you can put more things with that. So you're only going to get charged for the 1 piece and the shipping. I think that's it. Because the weather got backed up last week and our shipments got delayed a little bit, we will be getting shipments in this week. I think I've got 3 coming in this week because they all got bottlenecked. So by Friday night, we're going to have some new stuff to look at. Finally. Okay, no hurry. Then we'll just roll it into next week so that you can add more if you want to. So yeah, by Friday night we'll have new stuff. I can't think of anything else that's happening. Now, on May 4th, when my daughter gets married, that is a Sunday, so we will not obviously have a show that night. We may not even have a Friday night because we may be doing the rehearsal. So that week I will let you know about, but that is still a little over 2 months away. We are at 70 days officially today. So 2 months and 10 days we'll be having that. So I think that is the next time that I know of for sure that we are not having a show. Although I think Memorial might be messing with one of them. So we'll have to look at that. All right. Everybody have a great week. And I'll see you back on Friday when we've got the new stuff